When I think about this one here, I think about Brother Bunny Honey D. He called himself that. Let me break that down for you. When you say you hunt humans for a living, and a lot of people will try to throw so-called white people in that. There is nobody, no one who ever been through it like the so-called black man and the black woman, our people. Slavery, when it comes to being treated a certain way, I don't give a damn what nobody say. No other race of people went through slavery but the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives of American people was in the cotton field. Our people. Nobody but us, people like us living in the modern day ghetto. That's a fact on average. The so-called white man, they never went through none of this stuff. They not going through it today. People always say not all of them are like that. Well, guess what? We still in the ghetto right now. We still struggling. We got to wait on them is to raise the finances. We've been waiting for years. And even if they have been doing something, that's not going to repay back what they still got to reap what they sow. They still got to go into slavery. And I was thinking about that sitting right here. That's why I tell people all the time, I tell my family this all the time. Look, you got to stop being deceived and being overtaken by just because one so-called white person do something and buy you a car, pay for your food, do all those different things, and buy you a house, pay off the taxes and everything. I don't give a damn what they do. There's nothing that's going to compare to what they have done. That's not going to be nearby enough at all to make up for the demonic damage, wickedness, and all this stuff that they have done to our people, to us. That's not going to compare to, and this is what I be telling the elderly lady. Sometimes I tell my mother these things. You know what I'm saying? Look, don't be fooled by what you see a person do for you. That doesn't mean shit. There's no other so-called race of no other race of people that went through it like us. How many so-called white folks you know living in the ghetto, work on the police force, work with the government? The so-called richest of white folks ain't no way in hell they gonna give up they um, stuff to go through what we went through. They wouldn't even trade. Ask them to trade with you. If you sitting up there telling me all so-called white people are not like that, da da da, this and that and the third, well, ask them to trade with. Did they come trade with us? It's finna be 2023 if we make it to that, and all that is shit is a lie. We don't know what year we in. They just say we just saying it just for the sake of context. Hell, it's finna be 2023. If they cared about our people, they would have been and jumped up and did something. Yeah, you can't go by none of that crazy. Like people sit up and they say, not all of white people are like that. This and that and the third. They constantly trying to take up for this man. You see what I'm saying? They constantly trying to take up for the so-called white man. Yeah. And so that's why I say I'd be glad when every so-called white woman and every so-called white child go into slavery. I have no reason to Talk to him. What I'm gonna talk to my, what I'm gonna be sitting up there collabing with my enemy for? Your enemies don't want the best for you. Our enemies don't want to see, they don't have our best interests at heart. Yeah. I don't want to be I have no love for my enemy. Why would I have love for a man who pulled? Look, I saw a video today too where they took and shot this mountain lion. Just went in the woods and just killed this animal for no fucking reason. They just go and just kill God's creatures. Just go and just kill other animals for no reason at all. Took and just shot the animal. They the worst people ever. You don't see no other race of people doing that. Going in the woods, just hunting stuff and just killing it. Yeah. I think this is a pretty good, interesting topic. I think I'm about falling in, but it's crazy. How can you that the mountain lion ain't bothering nobody? He just in just doing chilling. The so-called excuse me, the mountain lion don't come looking for so-called white people and just take and just point a gun. They wouldn't want nobody to turn around and take and just go and just put a gun, a bullet, and just put a gun in their children. That is plumb evil. You is so evil, you will kill animals. And I don't even like animals like that. But killing just to be doing it just for no reason, they ain't bothering nobody. They definitely ain't bothering you, so-called white man. How can you just go up and just kill animals? Like, it ain't nothing wrong with the animals. The animals ain't no threat. Esau is a threat. George Floyd is dead. It ain't no mountain lion just went up and just, they would do that. They don't walk around just harassing our people. Look, let me give you an example. Y'all know these cranes, these things, I think they call them back then, I don't know what they call them now, but they them long, big old white things look like birds. They white, but they be hanging around horses and cows, mainly around cows and stuff, and they fly. I was walking down the road, and that thing normally would like fly away because they don't let you get too close to them. They fly away. And the crane, it a couple of times it flew away. It just flew away because it was scared of me, just like that. Okay, I'm just using an example to show you the difference between the so-called white man and how they fuck up nature, poison the water, and do all that. I passed by today. I think that was today. Did I leave out today? I don't think. That must have been yesterday I did. It must have been yesterday I left here. Yeah, because I stayed home today. Um, that same crane saw me, that flying crane, because they be catching their prey in the water and stuff like that. That's how they survive and eat or whatever, you know. That thing, I was walking by and I was literally surprised. That thing didn't even fly away when I was passing. I was on the road walking. It didn't even fly away from me. Sometimes I believe that, I said that to say this here. Sometimes I really do believe that animals know who's killing them. They know who the people are that do it. When they see us, I believe that it's a possibility. I could be wrong. And I don't mind being wrong. I really do in even the birds. You see what I'm saying? What's that scripture? When the wicked rule, the people mourn, but when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. The earth is in mourning, even the animals be mourning. Like, I kind of believe it's a possibility that God creates a natural instinct and put it in them animals. Like, and to know who the real enemy is. I believe the animals even know who the enemy is. I believe wasps, the reason why those things attack us, because I kind of believe, now I can be wrong, that them animals know that the so-called white man trained people of color is to be harmful and damaging. And he put that fear in them animals to fear us too, because of what Esau is doing and how he's constantly polluting the earth. Esau, the white man, the so-called white man. Compared to animals, the mountain lion, they don't bother nobody. Some dogs and even cats, when they see you, a lot of cats, they don't get too close to you. They'll run. They run when they see you. They'll sit there and stare at you, and the closer you go to getting up on them, most of them can't. They have that wild instinct and they'll run from you. They're not gonna bother you. And the only reason why a dog try to attack you is because the owners train them that way. Yeah. It's like them animals know who be killing them, and they have a sense of humor knowing that people of color don't kill them. They probably say within themselves, I know y'all not the enemy. When I was walking down the streets that day, I think that was when it was. Yeah, yesterday. It's not today, it was yesterday. That crane that flying, the big old tall flying white bird saw me, and that thing, I was literally surprised that thing didn't fly away from me. Because normally them things, now if I'd have got too close, he'd have flew away. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I was literally past, because they normally don't let you get, they normally wouldn't let me get that close to him. He wouldn't. Because normally not be in the ditch and you walking on the road, they fly before you even get a couple of steps before them. Woo, they fly up. Yesterday, this bird didn't even fly because they know. I think animals have a instinct in them. They can pick up evil and knowing who hate them and who love them. Who love them. Of course, we not no animal lover, but we ain't just gonna go and mess with nothing. Is what I'm saying. The so-called white man just literally just go around and just find stuff to pick on. Yeah, they just go around and literally just pick on people. You can be in the store, just like I don't even go into the Albertsons grocery store no more, because every time you go in there, you have so-called white people just sitting up and they'll just watch you, and you be like, "What's the problem?" Or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Just harassing you. When they get up and put on a so-called uniform or whatever, it's like, okay, I think I'm falling asleep. I'm losing my thought. But I was finna say something, but I lost my train of thought. I guess my brain is like it's shutting down or whatever. It's telling me you need some rest. But that's a shame. The animals know who the enemy is. They know that the so-called white man is the real enemy. And every woman and child. It's just a damn shame. You can't do nothing. You can't even walk in peace down the streets. They're going to stop you down the streets. I remember I was in Cobb in Georgia. And one of them, although I almost like I was coming out in front of a car and I didn't use the crosswalk, they gave me a ticket and I'm walking. And I was mad. I let them know. This was before I came into the truth. This was in 2018. You know? So this is crazy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all. We're gonna talk about this some more tomorrow. It's just a shame. The animals don't even bother you. You ain't got to worry about the animals. The only time insect or wasp or a bee or whatever, them dangerous wasps will bother you if you get too close up on the wasp nests. They will light your ass up. Other than that, they ain't just gonna go around and just bother you for no damn reason. Not like Esau will, the so-called white man. He'll just bother you and pick with you for no reason at all. And it's just crazy out here. So I'm gonna see y'all later tomorrow sometime. We'll talk.